You're listening to a 3CR podcast recorded in the 3CR Community Radio Studio in Melbourne, Australia. If you like what you hear, please consider donating or subscribing so we can keep bringing you more independent community content. For more information, go to 3cr.org.au.
We're putting up new buildings, we're knocking down the old. We're working in the summer heat and in the winter cold. And the labour power we sell, me boys, for a hard-earned weekly pay produces mighty profits for the greedy MBA. And whether we were born here or born in Italy, in Greece, in Spain or Ireland, in England or Fiji, we all of us are workers, united we must stand, until the wealthy bludgers have been driven from our land. We faced deregistration, it backfired in the face. We're not fooled by arbitration, we won't stay in our place. We hit the bosses hard and fast to win and keep our gains, and break a couple of concrete pours to back our log of claims. So keep your powder dry and hold your head up high. It's class to class and face to face, our limit is the sky. We've got a fighting history and we never will be cowed. Our builders' labour is a name to make a man feel proud.
And it's good morning from the Concrete Gang, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed every Sunday morning, 9:30am, 8:50 on your AM dial, 3CR Community Radio with the 50-year coming up, award-winning, most famous, longest-running radio show. Campo, good morning.
Good morning, Brother Gorilla. Good morning, listeners.
Sparrow, good morning.
Morning, team.
And we've got a special guest in here this morning. We've finally been able to grab hold of him, very busy man. Brendan McCartney, the new coach, twin coach or coach of Port Melbourne with James Hird. But Brendan, welcome to the Concrete Gang.
Thanks, Longy. What is my nickname? What do you?
Well, I call you Salada.
It hasn't sort of
grabbed on. Well, hasn't a chance because you're always too busy to have a beer, mate.
No, not true. Not true. You've caught me a couple of times.
Okay.
Caught me a lot more.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome, Brendan,
Thanks,
to the Concrete Gang, and welcome to Port Melbourne. You've made I have noticed a change, a massive change, with the professionalism you run the club and the way you set things up. You do little things that probably a lot of people think don't matter, like, just having the rooms clean, all the gear clean. I saw Hurdy there one night, everyone had gone in, he's walking around the ground picking up hats and training jumpers off the ground. I love all that stuff. That's sort of grassroots footy, but it's also professionalism. So you made a big difference. Only things we need a few wins now, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll come. Sort of what the coaches are as people is what the players ultimately become. So we want Port Melbourne people to be competitive, hard-working, resilient and humble, not get too carried away when they win, not get too sad when they lose. So I'm a pretty solid, hard-working sort of bloke, and Hurdy is too. Like we're different people, and from different career backgrounds, but we share similar views on life. The harder you work, the luckier you get, and we're trying to get these young blokes to understand that hard work's the key to it. It doesn't happen by chance.
Well, listen, can you give the listeners a bit of your background? Because you've got an unbelievable background in coaching football. Can you just sort of give them a bit of a rundown of where you've been coaching?
Well, I started at a little club called Ocean Grove in the 90s. Actually, my first job was the club that I played local footy at. They needed someone to coach the twos, so I did it. We won 4 games, and I ended up playing again that year because we were terrible. Which is one of the silliest things I've ever done, because you stop playing because you get hurt, and then you decide to play after another 3 years and you get even more hurt. So,
yeah.
But it was fun. Then Ocean Grove gave me a shot at it, and we built a little club down there into a powerhouse. Sort of gets thrown around, but it just became a club where kids could come through, and it was a real community club. And they won 8 premierships in 10 years over a sort of a 13-year period, and played in about 15 grand finals in a row. It was all based around local kids and young kids. So by the end, all of them were from Auskick, really, all the way through, which is remarkable, and it was good fun. And then stumbled into Richmond. Jeff Geeshan gave me a chance with the reserves, so worked with a great man there. Tony Jewell he's a famous Richmond person and great man. He sort of looked after me for a couple of years, and then Bomber took me down to Geelong with him. I was travelling from Geelong, and we spent 11 years there and drafted all those boys. There was only a couple that were there when we got there. Stephen King had been there for a couple of years. Darren Milburn, Matty Scarlett had played 2 games. Tommy Harley had played 1. Wojo had played. Dave Wojcinski had played a couple, and then the rest we bought in through the draft, really, apart from Brad Ottens, and it was the best working experience of my life to be part of a build that we were supported. We were made to be accountable, and you got to perform in sport at that level, but club gave us a chance to build a group that would stand the test of time, and they were stable and strong, and all the things that I probably stand for got shaped and moulded there, I reckon, apart from my parents as a young person growing up in the bush. And then year at the Bombers, it was time to maybe expand a little bit differently. I was in the mix to coach Port Adelaide, and they went with Matty Primus, so that sort of showed me that maybe I could coach myself one day. It wasn't something that I dreamed about every minute, every day, but it was, if it appeared, and the 12 months at Essendon with Hurdy and Bomber and Simon Goodwin and Sean Wellman, Danny Corcoran was, Dean Wallace, there was some characters there. Yeah. Shannon Grant was there. It was a real mix of great people, and that 3 years at the Dogs, and some good, not so good, and 5 years at Melbourne. Do you want me to keep going, or?
Oh, it was just keep going.
Yeah, and then the Melbourne, all of them are just great experiences, and I'd had enough of it by 2019, and we started a little business called Player Coach, just helping kids learn how to play footy, help community coaches maybe bring the game to life for young people rather than stand them on a hat and watch them freeze, actually engage them and teach them decisions and teach them where to run and teach them how to play and enjoy and participate, and coach North Ballarat at the same time, and build a school program, high school, Western Heights, which used to be Bell Park High, which has really become a strong school now. It nearly shut the doors, which broke my heart because it was an important part of my childhood. So I was keen to get involved and give back, and so now it's vibrant, and I've ended up with Hurdy back in good footy.
Yeah. Well, it's a good double, that's for sure. And you've made a difference. We noticed the sort of game of the sort of way you play the football. You've got the boys hard at it, and you've trained them hard and got them fit, and hopefully we have a good season. I mean, I think the AFL's doing the best they can to fuck us up, because we had to go to Brisbane in 99% humidity and play our first game against Brisbane up there. The next game was Frankston at home, and that was played at night and all that. But anyway, now we've got a 2-week bye till our next game, and we play at home. We play Swans. No, who's at home?
Bombers.
That's right. So anyway, work your way through that. But anyway, it all looks onwards and upwards, and I think you've made a big change there, and we just hope we can just keep building and building. And as you said, the players are only going to get better because they're all good young blokes, and having a dip.
Yeah. It's had its challenges, but that's part of the journey. We're trying to build tough young people that keep their feet on the ground and turn up for work every day and have a go, and that's not everyone's preference these days. I'm not having a crack at the youth of Australia or younger people, but if we can help them learn the value of hard work and give to a team and be responsible for their own behaviours and keep their feet on the ground, well, that's good fun.
Don't point at me.
I thought you were going to ask a question. You're not here for your looks.
Obviously, we were talking before, and how many new players you've brought into the club. It's, like I think you said 19 or something, 19 new players come through the club. That's a big change, Me and Longy have been to a few games. We thought that they're looking...
It's Gorilla too, mate.
Gorilla. I don't know who that bloke is, but the old Gorilla. But it has had its challenges, but you enjoying it down there at Port? How you like the community?
Fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's a great part of Melbourne. The club, it's a fantastic place because you've got just everything, really.
Yeah, every walk of life down there, mate.
All walks of life. And, I grew up in a little place called Naya on the Murray, so, I'm no one special. I just came out of a hard-working family, you know, and you learnt manners, you learnt to respect people, get to work on time, give your best, look after other people. So that's why coaching sort of, you don't have to make it up. It doesn't mean you're a perfect coach. Sometimes you're a bit firm with them, sometimes a bit blunt, sometimes you push people too hard, but that's all part of it. But it all comes from a place of care, and, you know, we're a coaching group that we sort of ask a bit of our players, but at the same time we've got a sort of an arm around their shoulder at the same time because they know we're there for them.
I might send these pair of knuckleheads
I'll
down
tell you
see
what.
if you can snap them into gear, mate. I tell you what, they need some smartening up, I'll tell you.
Me
They don't listen, they don't do anything, they take the shortcuts.
These two blokes.
Yeah, these
Lazy
two.
organising, remember?
Lazy organisers, yeah.
Me and the Sparrow can relate to this. We've been bullied and pushed.
Have we
And free trees.
Still happening.
Fair enough, I'll put my hand up. You don't take any notice, though, do you?
Nah.
No, that's all right. Nah, look, it's great to hear from you, mate, and we're proud that be sponsors of the footy club, and you're playing the brand of football for the stuff we stand up for too. Yeah. We expect our members to be hard-working, stand-up members of the community, and which they are. And we've just had a report yesterday with 37,000 members. Fantastic, the turn of the ticket, and we're growing, even though we're under administration with all the tax. But we're used to being attacked. We've been attacked for 55 years. I've been in the union. Nothing's changed. So we're still doing what we're doing, putting our head down and doing the best we can for our members. And footy clubs and unions are very similar, in ways. We've got the guys that possibly. Maybe getting in a little bit of trouble. We've all done that, and footy clubs and those places are the best place to sort them out. I think your history with the clubs you've been at, everyone, we call Port Melbourne the second chance. Everyone's been knocked back or not a go. They come down to Port, and normally always do the right thing, and they get a second chance. And Port Melbourne's the place. Although we hate seeing our champions go, but there've been quite a few, like the Maya Checks and the Sammy Dwyers, and the list goes on and on. And they get a second chance, and he was there the other night, Myercheck. What an absolute champion bloke he is. He got up and spoke along with Hurdy, and it was a real good night. It seems out there watching the game, still got the passion for Port Melbourne. I reminded him where he came from, so when he's finished it, hope he goes another 10 years, but when he's finished it, he squeeze another year in, come back to Port, But it's been, and some of the champions we've had down there goes on, list goes on like. Barassi and Peter Bedford, he still comes down. We've got now I wish I hadn't brought that up. Now I can't remember anyone's name. But anyway, there's a lot of champions. Plugger and all heaps of them. All the champions have played there, and this is just another part of the history moving forward.
Yeah, and we do want to be a club where the VFL is unique, and I'm starting to probably appreciate it more because I've watched so many games where you watch your young AFL players play against Port Melbourne, Williamstown, Werribee, and those games were so good for them because they got knocked around, they got pushed around. They had to, I remember, I won't use his name, but one of Geelong's greatest ever players, his first game for Geelong in the reserves was at Coburg, and he'd never seen mud before. He came from Perth, and he went to run across the centre wicket area, and he stopped. He went, "What is this?"
What's this?
And he didn't play very well that day because he just couldn't get his head around playing in a mud pit. But
we probably weren't paying mud money.
Well, I don't know, but he ended up becoming a
dirty work money.
But that's what the competition is. So we want to give people a chance. We've also got lots of 18 and 19-year-old kids who've come out of this pathway program stuff where kids miss out at 17 or 18, they think their career's finished. So it's not. We're finding that they come to us and get rounded and developed, and they've got to stand on their own 2 feet and play against men, play in really contested games of footy that sort of isn't like schoolboy footy or schoolgirl footy, and it's good for them. And so we want to be a bit of a launching pad as well. So that's understanding you're going to win them, you're going to lose them, but we can put a good stamp on them when they're with us for a while.
Well, the Concrete Gangs, we've put our money behind the Sudanese ruckman, which AJ, who's absolute. He's how tall is he?
He's big, about 206.
So what's that? About 6'5", 5? 4?
Or no more than that.
More?
6'8".
Yeah,
6'9".
nearly 2 metres.
Yeah, he's not far off.
2 metre predator.
Well, he is 2 metres.
Yeah, 2 metres, yeah.
Yeah.
Campo.
If they're over 200, if they're over 200,
Check that if Campo reckons it's right. Jesus.
Fact check that. We need to fact
But anyway, we've
He's
backed
big.
him. We've backed him with a few games. He has a go, and he's
just learning.
Yeah, he's
Second year of footy.
just learning, and
Yeah.
had his family down there at Geelong on the practice match, and we met them. And
Great kid.
Yeah, he's going to be fantastic. So look, I think it's onwards and upwards, but we've got to cut to track. We've got to get a little bit of music in here. What have we got, Campo?
Tracy Chapman, mate.
Don't you know they're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. Don't you know they're talking about a revolution? It sounds like a whisper. While they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds whisper. Poor people gonna rise up and get their share. Poor people gonna rise up and take what's theirs. Don't you know you better run, 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 run. Oh, I said you better run, 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 run. 'Cause finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Yes, finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Talking about a revolution, while they're standing in the welfare lines, crying at the doorsteps of those armies of salvation, wasting time in the unemployment lines, sitting around waiting for a promotion. Don't you know, talking about a revolution sounds whisper. Starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Yes, finally the tables are starting to turn, talking about a revolution. Oh no, talking about a revolution. Oh no, talking about a revolution. Oh no.
There it is. What was it, Campo? Come on, you're the music
What
director.
do you mean? Tracy
Revolution.
Chapman, Revolution.
Okay, all right. Get it out, mate.
Boom.
Jesus, you
Which
know-
is getting attacked.
You've only got one job to do. Jeez. All right, now we're moving on to a bit of site talk about around the building sites. And first of all, I'll give you a report back about the Stewards meeting the other day. That was absolutely great turn up, and I've got to say, old mate Zach made a great speech about the future of the union and all that, and all the doubters and all there with all the membership. And what do you think, brothers? What do you think about that?
I thought it was good. I thought, you know, obviously we went through a few issues and all that, and I think Zach spoke pretty good the whole time, you know.
Yeah, and it's just got record turn of the ticket. Like
Oh, yeah, we got
It's the biggest turn of the ticket we've ever had to date. So
It is.
that's amazing, isn't it?
It's all going well, considering we're under.
Considering the shit we're under.
Yeah, and we have to send the cheerio to our old mate Greg Phillips. He's retired. He's been a staunch BLF member for years and years, and he's just retired, and we give him all his best in his retirement. Probably have a few more beers now, won't he? The old
I reckon.
young Gregory.
Good on him. He
Good
made
on
it.
him,
He made
mate.
it.
Yeah,
He worked, and he did it like, you know, he would have been like a lot of BLs at times, black panned out of the industry, and, you know, had to get jobs in other field, and did it. You know, it wasn't easy.
Yeah, but he always had Drew in his ear, so he's probably got a cauliflower ear, you know, listen to him.
Exactly.
But, yeah. And another a bit of bad news, a good member of ours for years, young Rudy. Rudy's mum passed away during the week, so Rudy, you know, we love you, mate. We really feel sorry for you. and your poor mum. And we sent the Concrete Gang sends our condolences out to you and the family, and give her a good send off, mate. Don't drink too much.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah. All right. So what have we got next? We've got a couple of dodgy jobs, couple of dodgy builders.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, we've got Anzac Day coming up. So the boys have got boxes of Anzac Day badges to sell on the job. So make sure you hunt up your steward. Make sure you get your badge.
Yeah, you got to get your badge. You know, obviously we got them out in the jobs, and you know we always get behind the Anzacs and all that. And the soldiers, we got to remember there's 60,000 of them come back from Afghanistan and Iraq. So get in, buy a badge. If your shoppy hasn't got them, get onto him. He can go get them. Yeah, you know we want to get around them, and like we always do, eh?
And we found a new job during the week, not too kosher, Sparrow.
Nah,
This is
Arada.
This is your chance to
Myself
shine.
and a couple of organisers went down there. The job is an absolute nightmare. There's a bit of, they reckon it's worth 12 million. Our Cordell say it's worth 30 million. So, but we went there. It was a disgrace. They're only on this. They poured the first slab, the basement, the first slab. There was no light in. The first aid was storage. The toilets, they were just. It was a disgrace. The temp boards had no lids on them out in the weather. It was silica dust from head to toe. They were using the smoko sheds to store steel on top of them, which the smoko sheds aren't rated for that. The cranes above the smoko sheds with no gantry, no fall protection.
No protection.
And it's another one of those cranes that gets tethered down. And it keeps breaking down because it's tethered down all the time.
Would be Clark's, wouldn't it?
It's a Clark's crane, man by a couple. And that was the other thing. Had one doggy on the crew.
And he's probably the labourer as well.
He is a labourer.
And the Peggy.
And the Peggy. Well,
And
the
the
Peggy was
safety
not
officer.
existent. But the job was an absolute disgrace. We went out there Friday. And we went out there Monday. Went back there. Myself and another organiser went back there, I think, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the job's just opening now. Just starting to open now. So that's how bad the job was. And it only been going for a month or so. So it's right opposite the Children's Hospital. And it's just a disgrace.
Shocking.
Absolute disgrace. The boss wouldn't call. I'm sure he's going to call now.
Stay tuned for that one.
Yeah.
Robertson Co. That's turning into tears, isn't it? Robertson Co. The bloke that owns that, obviously his name's Roberts, is a multi-billionaire, and the only part that's going broke's down here. But we've got the mail. I got a phone call last night that he may be shutting the doors up in Sydney and Perth. So stay tuned for that. And I think they're still chasing money for the boys and the subbies. I think they're paid up to now the CWs, but and why do we call them CWs?
I don't know. It's just the
Why
pay
do we call
rate.
them
They're
workers?
labourers.
Yeah, I know.
The
That's
workers.
the boss's term.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying.
The members.
Anyway, stay tuned. There's going to be more coming about
Well,
that.
they promised everything. No, everyone will get paid. It doesn't look like
They
they're
talk about criminality. All them subbies getting robbed that hadn't been paid, and this bloke's he's a triple billionaire, isn't he?
How's the writing on the wall was when he came to get his artwork out of his offices.
Yeah. His
Worth
artwork-
hundreds of thousands of dollars.
And what else we got? Seabus.
Oh,
Yes.
Campo, that was you.
Seabus. Oh yeah, but Seabus. We had a meeting during the week, and something you should all check. Always check who you've got nominated as your beneficiary, because you might have had an ex-missus and she could be the beneficiary of your will, and you've got a new missus of the family. But also, you've got to make a binding nomination,
That's
because if you
right.
make a binding nomination and you pass away, heaven forbid, your family can get that money tax-free. If you don't, they've got to pay tax on it. So I know the government doesn't spend money that well, so we don't want to give them extra for doing nothing.
Yeah, which I didn't know that. I didn't realise it
Yeah,
wasn't.
but
I just
yourself,
assumed it was tax free anyway.
What's the half and nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, good. May Day.
Oh, May Day. We got, obviously, May Day is coming up. I think it's the 6th. It's on the Sunday.
Sunday,
The
Sunday.
Sunday the 4th.
Fourth.
The day after the election. So make sure you get there. I think it starts about 9 o'clock out the front of Trades Hall. Get down there. I think Zach's speaking and we're having a march.
Day after the election. Could
Day
be.
after the election.
Either way, it's going to be a shit day.
Either way, we'll be on the drink.
All right, we're going to go to Scallywags. We're running out of time. General's Cranes.
Oh, General's Cranes. On the Metro Tunnel at the OSD part of the project, General's Crane, the rope, or bloody unwound, you probably, what do you call it, unsheathed?
Yeah. So, well, I didn't see it,
Yeah,
but
but
obviously, yeah.
You know more about it than me.
There was fair wear and tear on the rope. The rope's unravelled, you'd probably say, and could have anything could have happened there. But they rang, and Frankie got all of it and told him to drop the hook on the ground and wait till we got there and all that. So it's it's not good. It's not good at all. So they're investigating it now. I think that they've stopped all those model cranes. They've got that same diameter rope.
Yeah.
These ropes are self-greasing, but they had blackjack on it. I don't know why they did that and all that. So there's a whole lot of issues coming out of it, and we've got to get to the bottom. We'll probably give a proper report next week. But, yeah, it's not good. So lucky no one was hurt. All right, and we've got your mob Uvada, or whatever it's called.
Arada.
Right. So that's 2 scallywags. Sooky Lalas. Old TST's featured again.
Popped his head up again.
Yeah, just old TST, still sooking a little bit.
He's a bit emotional. We did see him after the Stewards meeting.
Yeah, well, just keep that one under the hat. We're doing a bit of investigations about the slabs. It's just a little bit, a bit of investigation, so we'll stay tuned to that.
Might have had a sponsor.
Oh.
Well, I didn't say that.
There's a few of them.
That's the rumour getting around.
There's a couple of them talking about the concrete gang bullying them, about Carlton and all that. There's a little Tim and another little couple of Carlton supporters getting all linked
The
up.
2 biggest bullies going around.
Yeah, what would they know about bullying Carlton? That's half their problem. They play like a bunch of girls.
Our building's still not open because of one of them.
Yeah, that's right. All right, I think we're just about done. The only thing is travel insurance. We're going to bring someone in from them. I think we'll get someone in to explain all the travel insurance, because it's a great thing if you understand how it all works, but it's simple. It's just when you travel, you ring them up, tell them where you're going, they get your details, send you out a thing and you're covered.
Yeah, it's done
Your whole
within
family
24 hours.
You just
saved me
online,
$3,000 last trip. I mean, it's pays for your fees.
all you got to do,
It does.
if you're going more than 200 k's from home, just fill out the form and you're sorted.
All right, Macca, we'd like to thank you for coming in, mate, giving us a bit of your time. I know you're a busy man. We really appreciate you coming in,
Anything for you, Lonnie.
Thank you very much, and hopefully we get your sidekick in.
Hurdy.
Can we call Hurdy your sidekick?
Maybe. Not when he's in the room.
No.
He doesn't care.
No, he doesn't. He's a good scout.
man.
Yeah, good man. But we appreciate you down the club and all the changes you make. So anyone wants to jump on board, we haven't got the number. We haven't got the number, but just look up Port Melbourne Footy Club, find the number.
Just go to the website.
Yeah,
Lonnie.
the
Just go to
website.
the website.
Yeah, and get the number. We like all the members get the join on, makes things a bit easier, because we're always under financial pressure at the club with all the rules they bring in and make it harder for us.
But it's just a great day. Like, you can hear the
a great
action,
day.
you can have a cold beer, you can be right near a game of footy, which you don't get at AFL.
Like it's old school footy. You can have a can and a pie on the wing, which I
Kids
love
can have
doing.
a
And a
kick.
hot dog.
All right. We'll go in the same old way. Dare to struggle.
Dare to win.
If you don't fight, you lose. It's Good Morning from the Concrete Gang, and we're going out with...
Drop kick Murphys. Take him down.
When the boss comes calling, he'll put us down. When the boss comes calling, you'll stand your ground. When the boss comes calling, don't believe their lies. When the boss comes calling, he'll take his toe. When the boss comes calling, don't sell your soul. When the boss comes calling, we gotta organize. Let them know we gotta take the bastards down. Let them know we gotta smash them to the ground. Let them know we gotta take the bastards down. When the bus comes calling, you'll be on your own. When the bus comes calling, will you stand alone? When the bus comes calling, will you let them in? When the bus comes calling, will you stand and fight? When the bus comes calling, we must unite. When the bus comes calling, we can't let them win. Let them know we gotta take the bastards down. Let them know we gotta smash them to the ground. Let them know we gotta take the bastards down. We gotta take the bastards down. When the bus comes calling, he'll put us down. When the bus comes calling, gotta stand your ground. When the bus comes calling, don't believe their lies. When the bus comes calling, he'll take his soul. When the bus comes calling, don't you sell your soul. When the bus comes calling, we gotta organize. Let them know